Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. Oh, that was kind of low. Let's try that again. One sec. I am Christian, the unbiased king. That was a little better. That's been all. And joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the tank top sage. It's Joshua Gangsta Time Cole.
Well, it's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time. What up, Chris? What's good, everybody listening? No tank top, because it's been cold as hell in this apartment.
It is cold. It's
snowed in New York.
Yeah. Also joining us, it is our producer, edgelord, Big News Brian.
What's up, nerds?
Hey. We are here for a new show, first show of the new year. Happy 2025 to all of those who are listening. Very excited to get into it today, but let's get into plugs first. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JD Cole_37, that's on Instagram, and at New Jump City Josh, that's on X and TikTok.
Oh yeah, Brian.
You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Yeah, that's right. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City as well, everywhere. Almost social media sites. We don't have a Blue Sky yet. I think that's the only one we're missing. But Blue Sky. But check us out.
Blue Sky.
But check us out on Instagram and X and all the stuff. TikTok, we're on there. Yeah, follow us. You can subscribe to us at New Jump City on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on there. Check us out. Subscribe to us on YouTube, especially. We're back fully video form to start the year. Very excited to be back for that. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com as well with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. And we will answer any questions on our pre-show chat show that we do. We did one today. Very excited about that. And yeah, please, I hope you guys have been enjoying that. Check that out as well. Usually comes out a day after the main show, so check it out. But yeah, with that being said, without further ado, let's just get into this goddamn show. One Piece. One Piece is back, baby. This is One Piece chapter 1135, Friends Cups. We are getting a bit of a title page story. It's been a minute since we've seen this. Last we left off with this, there's been somebody kidnapping and stealing shit from the citizens of Wano, and Yamato, along with a small group of others from other characters from Wano, have been trying to find out exactly who they are. And we find out that it's Hold'em, the prison guard from Udon. But it's not him, because as this chapter has stated, he's different now, as he's getting kicked in the face by Otama. So that should be interesting. Josh, do you remember who Hold'em is?
No.
He's the jailer from the Udon prison. He punched himself in the balls with his lion thing. He has the
Udon prison.
Yeah.
In Wano?
Yeah. Where Luffy
was a giant there?
Yeah, where Luffy got shredded.
He's not a giant. I'm talking about
Hold'em. Where he got shredded.
Oh, shredded. Yeah, that's where he got shredded.
Yeah, that's where he got muscles.
Got muscles. But yeah, that was that. In the previous chapters of One Piece, we're on Elbaf, and Jaguar D. Saul has been showing people around in this little school area that he teaches history at. There's a massive library that has all of the books that were rescued from Ohara before I guess the government could get a hold of it. And yeah, we start off in this library. The library has the special property that whenever you enter it, whatever books you're carrying on the way in become giant. And we learned the reason for this pretty immediately. We open with Chopper and Bonnie reading the giant books, and Saul explains that Biblio is the one who lords over the library, and he's been here for centuries, apparently. And he's this giant owl that watches over the library. And it seems to be that his ability makes every book this grow to enormous size. So it's because of this owl. And we see that Lilith, Vegapunk, of course, suspects that the owl has eaten the grow fruit that can cause any inorganic matter to grow. We don't get confirmation about that, but, you know, if Vegapunk says it, it might be true.
I love how it's distinct from like other fruits that also make you grow in like things grow in size, like your own person or other objects. But it's like, you know, like big or another word.
Yeah.
So that it's like it's the same thing, but distinct at the same time.
Yeah.
I really do like that about One Piece.
It's funny. There's two characters who have very similar powers.
Yeah.
There's Miss Valentine, who has the kilo fruit, and there's Mach Weiss, who has the ton fruit. So they both seem to have the ability to make themselves heavier, but maybe through different metric systems.
What's heavier, a kilo or a ton?
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. A kilo or a ton. 1 kilo versus 1 ton?
Yeah, I mean,
Brian, can you look that up?
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh.
What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
That wasn't bad. That was okay. That was pretty good.
I'm
Yo,
I am a smooth brain. Okay. Because like,
don't worry, Josh, you're not alone. I may be a smooth brain right with you.
Because a ton is 1,000 kilograms. So it's like
But
one person's a ton, the other person's a kilogram. But like, can they get up to 1,000 kilograms, which is also a ton? Like, what does that mean? Like
that means a ton is
weights?
heavier than a kilogram.
Yeah, I mean, far heavier.
Man, we might be dumb.
1,000. I just don't know about these characters. Maybe if I seen their abilities, it'd be a lot clearer. I'm not.
You know what? It's okay.
I'm trying to save
it's okay.
myself
You know,
here.
at least we're not trying to play it off. We're fully we're here to learn, and we learn something new
smooth
every
as a
day.
bowling ball.
Smooth as eggs.
Damn.
Just wanted to teach.
Exposed.
This is a teachable moment for all of us here in New Jump City.
Yikes. Get up on your metrics, guys.
Yeah, go to school, guys.
Brian is so done with us right now. He's like, jeez.
This owl. This whole time I've been looking at this owl.
You just been staring at this owl
Yeah,
this whole
to
time?
Yeah, I've just been staring at the owl the whole time. He's so cute.
He is kind of adorable.
We
in his own
triggered
way.
his cringe flight or fight response.
Yeah.
And
He said, I'm going to bail out of
flew
this.
to the owl. Yeah.
I'm going to bail out of this dummy conversation.
The owl has a little coat on. It's so cute.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have a little coat on that is cute.
It's so cute.
He's like the Tootsie Roll guy, you know? He just doesn't have the graduation cap.
And just chilling up there.
Anyway. Meanwhile, outside, Luffy is playing with the giants. He's swinging the swing a little too hard, even for giants. The little giant kids are hanging on for dear life on this swing. And Nami beats up Usopp and Luffy for scaring the kids. One of the kids nestles himself up to Gerd, and Luffy's yelling at him for crying, even though he's a warrior. And Sanji explains, like, "Hey, stop it, Luffy. The children here are raised to be kind, well-meaning, and pure." And then he looks over to the kid, who's just like, I guess, got his face in boobs, and is like,
That's a throwback right there.
Yeah, it is a throwback to when Momonosuke used to do that. It's a dumb gag, but it always makes me laugh for some reason. Just the little shitty face that they make. But yeah, they're hanging out, and at that point, that's when a sword suddenly swings out of nowhere at Luffy, and it's that Colin kid. Colin. That Colin kid. He's attacking Luffy. Luffy easily breaks his wooden sword and tries to hit him with a Gear 3 elephant gun.
Yeah, he just a wild out on the kid.
But
he didn't hesitate.
Yeah, everybody's like, telling Luffy to take it easy, but Luffy's excited that at least one of these giants ain't pussy. They're trying to fight right now. He's like, I'm glad someone here's got backbone.
Glad to see there's a strong giant within these libtard giants around here.
These soy boy giants.
Jeez.
I'm Joy Boy.
Not willing to make a stand for their nation.
Supposed to be an ignorant warmonger. What the fuck is this?
We together will make Elbaf great again.
Make Kingdom Hearts 3 great again. Too.
Yeah. Colin starts to freak out. He starts to fanboy for Luffy. He's like, yeah, you're awesome. I could totally see that you're an Emperor of the Sea. All the other giants are like, all the giant kids are like teasing Colin because he's a bit of a wild child. And that's when Ripley shows up, and it turns out that Ripley is Colin's mom, which is a little surprising. Turns out, on top of that, Colin's dad is human. How does that even fucking work?
Somebody with the large fruit.
Yeah, he's I don't know how that biologically works, but good for him, I guess. But yeah, he's a human, and Ripley explains that he's a younger man, and he keeps sulking around because he's the only one who ages, and that's why he won't marry Ripley. So he's always been a common law wife. Or Ripley has always been a common law wife. So in this moment here, I'm thinking that whoever the mystery person is, that mystery sized human, that may be Scopper Gaban, might be Ripley's dad. Oh, not Ripley's dad. Colin's dad.
One of the metal men.
Or it could be. I forgot his name.
Shanks?
No, the other guy.
I don't know.
With the feet, with the blade feet.
Shiki?
Yeah, it could be Shiki.
Don't get out of here with that.
Could be Shiki. That's all I'm saying.
It's not Shiki.
Yeah, but what if it is?
I bet it's not.
If it's Shiki, will you be
What
wrong,
was the name of the
Burgundy?
movie? Strong World?
I will take it.
Yeah.
If it's Shiki, if Shiki is this mystery person, then I will be wrong, Burgundy. I will take that.
Damn, you're that confident it's not Shiki?
I'm so absolutely certain it's not Shiki.
Brian won't take that wrong Burgundy bet. He ain't gonna do it
I'll take it.
because
Fuck it,
that's
I'll
too
take it.
wild. No, Brian.
I'll take it. I'm taking the bet.
Hell, you can't do it. You can't lose twice in a row. You gotta pick and choose.
He just looks
trying
like
to help
it
you.
looks like Shiki.
He does not look like Shiki. What are you talking about?
You're saying
he
this
does.
character looks like someone that's not even canon for real, for real. Notice how I said for real, for real. I'm acknowledging
He
that
is canon.
he is canon, but not actually. And he's canon.
Yes, he is. He is actually canon.
He is canon.
He's canon from legend.
No, Shiki is technically
No, he
canon.
literally showed up.
He's something that
recently.
happened before. And
He
that's
was
it.
at God Valley.
He has. If they show Shiki at God Valley, I'm gonna be.
They
sick.
did show.
Did.
They did.
They did show him at God Valley.
They did show him at God Valley, Josh.
That he Then how? So I seen this person. Is it because I didn't see the Strong World movie? Is that why?
You know
Do I
what
have to
Shiki
watch
looks
he
it
like?
just
and
was
then
at
he'll
God Valley.
appear?
Well, you should watch it. It's on Netflix if you want to see
Is it like a faith thing? Is it like a spiritual?
No, you can see him.
Like I have to see Strong World and I will believe that he's there.
No, he's there. He's
No,
definitely
he's
there.
literally on screen.
Whether you've seen him or not, he's there.
Here, I'm about to send a picture into the group chat.
Anyway, I don't know. Who do you? It could be Scott Gabansky. Maybe, just maybe, it's Shanks. Maybe Shanks is a deadbeat.
Nah, I don't think Shanks. I don't think that's Shanks' kid.
I don't think so
'Cause
either.
He's still on the island, it seems. It seems like his dad is still on the island, so it can't be Shanks.
We'll see. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Shanks doesn't really seem to particularly sulk about this kid. All right, anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway,
That's him, right? That's him with the orange, right?
Yeah, with the long hair and the two swords right
Yeah,
under
the
Big
cigar.
Mom. Yeah, that's Shiki.
yeah. So anyway, back to the
Bro,
library.
he's literally wearing the same clothes as the guy with the hat.
It's not.
He's
Shiki.
literally wearing the same clothes.
I refuse to believe it.
What?
Hello?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
The kid? The little kid?
No, the fucking Shiki.
Shiki's wearing the same clothes as who?
It's not.
Hold on.
It's not. You're just gonna have to prepare to be wrong, Burgundy, Brian. It's fine.
Wow. So you're going for this, Brian?
Wait.
The ultimate brotherly duel.
I'm cooking. I am cooking.
He's cooking nothing.
Can you let me cook?
You're cooking slop.
Because I am cooking right now. Thank you very much.
Who's the person drinking?
While you cook, I'm going to continue because we can't just sit here and do.
Yeah, continue.
Anyway, so basically the Straw Hats split up a little bit. Robin wants to stay in the library and catch up with Saul. Chopper will stay with her. Chopper will stay with her, and also Lilith and Bonnie will probably stay behind as well. Frankie's excited because the entire island is Adam Tree, which is the wood that not only the Sunny is built out of, but it's what built the King of the Pirates ship. And Saul explains that there are several Adam trees in the world, but the one that they're on right now, the Elbaf one, is the oldest. All right, Brian.
Okay, look. Look at Shiki's picture. Stripes on the back. He's wearing some clothes with stripes on the back. This guy, long hair, stripes on the back.
I don't buy it. He's not the only one who can wear stripes in this universe.
But all I'm saying is that's a pretty close.
Didn't he die?
They're the only two people who wear clothes like that.
But isn't he dead already?
It's
No,
not
he's
Shiki.
not dead.
He didn't die in Strong World?
No, he did. Well, Strong World isn't canon.
The events of Strong
just
World
said-
isn't canon, but Shiki the Golden Lion
Shiki
is
is canon.
That's me. feeling silly. Feeling a little dumb.
You're not
Let's
dumb.
finish this One Piece chapter and
Yeah.
move on.
So-
no, I'm not dumb. I just need to reread this series and then watch Strong World, I guess.
Yeah. So, Luffy goes off, is about to go off and do his thing, but Gerd asks the Straw Hats a favor, and we get a 2-page spread of the rest of the Straw Hats in their new Elbaf drip. I like it. I think everybody looks kind of cool. I really like Brooks and Jinbei's.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
They look cool. I got to see more of Frankie's to be sure, but I'm pretty sure Jinbei is the front runner for best drip for me. So yeah, the Straw Hats disembark. Everybody goes headed towards the tavern where the rest of the giants are, and we cut over to the Aurust Castle in the western village of Elbaf. And we see the two mysterious cloaked figures that showed up at the end of last chapter. One of them looks exactly like Shanks. Pull up to a couple of giant guards, and they're like, "What are you?" And they reveal that they're looking for Loki. And one of the giants goes, "Dag, yak, 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 yak. Loki, what do you want with a criminal like him?" And they explain that he killed King Harold, beloved by all the people in the realm. He's the scourge of Elbaf. And you know, they keep asking where Loki is, and then all of a sudden we hear there's just this da 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 noise, and the giant is brought down to his knees, and he's basically like got his face on the ground, and the cloaked figure is like, "Behave yourself, you insolent lout. Did you think I asked you a question? I gave you an order. Answer me." And that's the last we see of these folks for a while. We cut back over to the Western Village, which is very close to what's happening right now with the other two giants. And yeah, everybody catches up with Dory and Bragi, and they're about to do a super cool toast to the Straw Hats. You know, obviously Dory and what?
Super cool toast.
Super cool toast. The super cool friends toast. And Dory and Bragi are like, they understood and protected our warriors' pride. Oishimo and the other giant are like the ones who freed us from a prison of our own ignorance. And of course, there's Hadradin, who's like, who saved my life when I was in danger of vanishing to nothing. And they say, Elbaf welcomes these little friends of ours to our land. They might look small, but don't overlook them. Straw Hat Luffy is a great pirate, one of the four emperors, and the one front and center of the Great Wano incident. And they raise these friends cups to the Straw Hats and give a big old cheers. And we cut over to outside of the village as another ship is coming in. One of the giants on that ship laughs, "Bo ja 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 ja." I can hear that.
And then the ellipses.
Bo ja 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 ja.
Like he takes a little moment to gather himself.
Yeah.
I can hear them from here. That was good. That was nice.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know this was Stanson, but Stanson reveals himself, and he is the guy who was at Saboti way back pre-time skip, who was at the slavers auction, and he knew he was like seated next to Rayleigh at the time, and they were both about to be.
Wow, I believe it.
They were about to be sold. I remember this guy actually. He looks different now because he's now dressed the same.
But Chris. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
I'm actually.
I didn't remember this guy.
I remember
that's
this guy.
Next level for you, Chris.
I'll show you guys.
These moments are so nice for you, right? Like
it was really nice. I was like, "Wow, that's Stanson."
Like rewarding.
Yeah. They cheated a little bit because they put a beard and a Viking hat on him, so I couldn't remember. I didn't remember up front. But as soon as they showed that next panel, I was like, "Oh, it's that guy." Anyway, he was there.
Didn't really look like him.
He was freed from the Saboti thing when Luffy punched St. Charlos, and yeah, that was cool. We then get to see the chief, Chief Ja Rule. And I'm saying that on purpose.
Ja Rule.
Where is Ja?
Ja Rule. Ja Rule. I don't know. It's probably something.
I should
have Viking.
Jarl. It's probably more like Jarl.
His name is Ja Rule. Anyway, I you know, one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to get a good drop from a Ja Rule drop, so that I can place it right here. Next week.
Wasn't this guy in Big Mom's flashback?
Yes, but Ja Rule shows up and he's like, he pulls up. He's like, Ja, Bo Ja 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 Ja. I hear we've got some guests. And he's a big old giant, and we get to hear his name is Beard Hill Ja Rule, hero of the giants, oldest of the giants in the world at age 408. And
Damn.
Luffy's like, "Oh, hey, old man, there's a sword stuck in your head." And Ja Rule goes, "Not to worry. The helmet saved my life." And you can see that it's clearly gone full pass through the helmet, through his skull, out the other back of his head. And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about One Piece chapter 1135?
This was a fun little chapter.
Yeah.
It was cool. They followed up a little bit on the cliffhanger from last week, showing I guess a couple weeks before, with the two mystery people in the castle. But I still don't know what's become of that. I guess they're gonna fold these giants pretty easy, right? The
What do you mean?
pentagram people.
Oh, the pentagram people.
Yeah. The one that has the da powers.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
Dun,
yeah,
dun,
can't
dun,
call
dun,
that.
dun, 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 dun.
So there was something that caught my attention earlier. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I will bring up this. Jinbei, what's funny about him is that he does have probably the best outfit in my opinion, but it's so bittersweet because I like his standard gi so much.
I do like
his
his
regular
standard
look.
gi.
You know, so it's just kind of, I don't know, like I've never been a big fan of like their island to island designs. But you know, maybe if they always had their regular designs, I would probably be over it. I think the only solution for me would be like to keep their main outfits and then just add little accessories and elements as they go to each island.
Yeah, I don't mind the switch from island to island. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Oda does it to keep himself entertained to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah. Since he's continuously drunk. Yeah, I could see that. That's cool.
But it's a good...
I don't hate it or nothing.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do, I think.
Yeah, that is smart. We've been writing a series for over 20 years, right?
Right?
Yeah. Almost 30. His 30th anniversary is what? The 2029?
2027, I want to say.
Well, anyway, I don't really have that many thoughts. I mean, Beard Hill Ja Rule. Awesome. Looks like a really awesome character. Brian remembered him from Big Mom's flashback.
Yeah, I did.
I also remembered him from Big Mom's Flesh.
Yeah,
That goes without
I
saying.
figured you did too. I was just kind of, am I missing out, guys?
I'm telling you should reread One Piece.
Yeah, you should reread it, honestly.
Like
It's not even going to take that long.
I would say this
time.
I would say this to anybody, because I think when you first read One Piece, it's all about catching up, so you don't absorb the same information in the same way, especially if the longer it gets. So I would say that you need to read One Piece a second time, just to on your own relaxed pace, and so you could actually pick up things. Because I think a lot of people the first time around, understandably you're trying to catch up, so you probably like skim through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on my second read through that I just didn't remember, and I was just like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Or there was a lot of I noticed that One Piece is a lot funnier than I remembered too. Like there was a lot of like good moments in between where I was just like, oh my god, that's so fucking stupid.
Let me ask you guys, what do you think is the latest in the series I can start? I'm not talking about like arcs and arcs in. Like I know probably before like Alabasta, but what would you say is like an acceptable part to start reading from?
Chapter 1.
Okay.
I say
Leave your opinions in the
after-
comments, guys.
I say after
appreciate it.
Orangetown, because we're kind of familiar enough with the series. After Orangetown is
Yeah, I watched
No.
the Netflix series. They
Or
covered
sti-
Orange
what-
Town.
what's the name of fucking Usopp's village? Is it Orangetown
Syrup
or is
Village.
it Syrup Village? Okay, so after Syrup Village, there you go. I say after Syrup Village is a good place to start because you're not really
Syrup
missing too much.
I think chapter 1.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, we heard you.
I'm just gonna read it from chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Well, I'll get to see one of my favorite characters.
You thinking of damn, why am I Gaimon?
Yeah, Gaimon.
He's not in the Netflix series, so
Yeah, I was high key disappointed.
right.
I think Gaimon's gonna
Can't
join
win
the
them
crew.
all.
He's all the way in the East Blue.
Yeah, when
Robin
we're traveling back around the world, he's gonna join the ship.
Hmm.
He's gonna be a part of the Straw Hat crew.
Gaimon has to be the last person, the second to last person before Luffy goes back home. He has to go see Gaimon and his treasure chest family.
Yeah.
And his like army of animals.
And he's gonna ask Luffy, he's like, "Did you find the One Piece?" And Luffy's gonna say, "Yeah." And then Luffy's gonna tell him, "I see you found the One Piece too."
And it brings over his
Damn.
barrel girlfriend.
Wait,
and
you're
it's like,
actually spitting right now. I'm
Might
not gonna
be-
lie.
he
That
might be
might actually
cooking.
be the interaction.
Anyway, were those all your thoughts, Josh?
Chris would definitely kill himself right after that. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Brian, what'd you think?
This is a pretty cute little chapter. It's nice to see. I don't know, man. I really like Robin's hair design being back down to how it was before. It's pretty nice.
The bangs.
Yeah, it's just classic Robin. I don't care what Josh says because he's the only one who doesn't like it.
Josh is the only one in the world that doesn't like this.
Yeah, literally everybody loves this thing. Loves her hair like that. It's just classic Robin. I love it. It's nice to see her. Like you immediately look at her and you're like, that's Robin. Before you could kind of mistake her for other people, but with her hair like that, you just know. And like on first glance, which is pretty cool. The library owl, adorable as fuck. And Shiki is for sure Colin's dad.
I know my.
And that's all my thoughts. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I don't have many for this one. I enjoyed it, and I feel like we're just getting closer and closer to the conflict because the Straw Hats are now like literally a mile away, probably from what's going on in that castle. That castle is in that neighborhood where they're at, so I'm sure trouble will befall immediately in 2 weeks because there's no chapters next week. Yeah, I don't have much thoughts. I feel it was cool to get that little bit of world building because I started to wonder about the Jewel Atom tree, and just like, did Frankie get the wood to build the ship from Elbaf? But turns out there's a bunch of these fucking trees. So that was good to know. But yeah, that was cool. Stanson returning to the series, being a familiar face, was a goated moment. Stanson is a very deep and important character, I'm sure. So pretty into it. Yeah, but that's all my thoughts really. I really enjoyed the interactions that Luffy had with the kids. I'm very excited to find out who Colin's father is. Maybe it's not Scop or Gabon. I don't buy it's Shiki. I can't bring myself to think it's Shiki. Because Shiki wouldn't be like all buddy with Crocus. I don't think they'd be cool
Really?
like that. I don't think they'd be cool like that.
Yes, they would be cool like that.
They would not be cool.
Roger was cool. Roger was cool. Whitebeard, and they were rivals.
Roger defeated him, and he was bitter about it in the movie.
In the movie, people change over age. They're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, old friend or old rival?"
I don't buy it.
They're retired. They don't got time to be angry all the time.
I don't buy it.
You'll see.
Who could it be though, man?
You know, I actually went all the way back to chapter 600. That was like the first chapter where they came back from the break, I think, just to look at Robin, and she looked really nice with that hair.
She looked nice.
What,
with her?
Sorry,
her
guys.
new hair design?
Yeah, with the two little strands coming down at the side.
The bangless.
Back. The shades.
The bangless look.
Yeah.
But those are all my thoughts, really. I don't really have anything else to add. Does anybody have any rebuttals? Anything they want to add last minute?
No.
Alrighty then. With that being said, let's move onward.
Tell that pussycat girl me know what.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 196, First Encounter. We open with some color pages. A color page spread of Sakamoto, Nagumo, I forget this guy's name, with the hammer, and Shin.
Yeah, I forget his name too.
Yeah. I know they say it in this chapter because we do see him in it. Yeah, last we left off, we started a flashback chapter to the origins of how Sakamoto and Shin know each other previously. It was mentioned before, but it was never really expounded upon until this moment. And Shin is being held at gunpoint by a bunch of other assassins. And he says, he asks everybody, he's like, huh, so all of you assassins have some kind of weapon, huh? And then he reads all of their minds until he finds someone who is unarmed, which in this case happens to be Sakamoto. And he manages to break free from his, I guess, shackles, take someone's knife and aim for Sakamoto. And he's like, gee, thanks, a moron with no weapon? Go figure. Don't even try to resist. I can read exactly what you're... And then we cut over to just like Sakamoto grabbing Shin's hair and pulling it towards the knife that he has reversed upon himself. It's a pretty crazy panel, all things considered. And it's that kind of classic thing where he reads Sakamoto's mind and Sakamoto's envisioning killing him. So Sakamoto, this is the first time it's ever happened, so it just kind of like knocks him out, the shock of it. And Sakamoto's like, huh? I didn't even do anything. And he picks the kid up and he picks Shin up and he's like, I'll dispose of him. Let me a body bag. So I guess he's like trying to make it seem like he killed Shin, but he didn't kill Shin, you know. He calls over Nagumo. And explains that he's infiltrated the group. So this guy's name is Shishiba, the hammer guy. And they're like, cool. So did you know that Shishiba hates onions? He's like, I stuck some chilapin sauce into his food and he spat it right out. And Sakamoto's like, if that's it, then I'm hanging up. So
It's fucked up, man.
yeah,
That
would have pissed me off.
we did him grease, like,
Don't mess with a person's
my
food.
goodness.
But yeah, he explains that the target's a former JAA member, and he's guilty of leaking classified information, and he's hiding somewhere in the city. So the job is to find this person and kill him. So yeah, he hangs up, and Shin wakes up. He's like, wait, wasn't I dead? And he's like, wait, I'm not dead. You're that guy. And he's like, why'd you try to target me back there? And Shin says, like, because you didn't have a weapon. And he's like, how'd you know? And Shin, like, explains, like, because I can read your mind, including what you're thinking right now. And Shin
You know,
Shin is
that's
just
one of my favorite panels of the week.
Shin.
The little one that just
He's like
it says, "Heh."
he's
Nah,
about
not
to
even
freak out.
the one that just says, "Heh." Yeah, by itself.
Yeah, by itself.
Like, where do you get a load of this?
Check this shit out. Get a load of this shit. I can read minds. And then he's waiting for Sakamoto to react. He's remembering how people usually react when they say that. And then Sakamoto literally just goes, oh. And he's also at the same time thinking, oh. Just a nonchalant oh. And she's like, she's not freaked out by having a guy read his mind. And he's like, well, anyway, you made a good choice. Now scram. And she's like, you can't boss me around. You're just this dirty assassin. And Sakamoto explains, like, go to the cops. They'll take care of you. Kids like you don't last long in these circles. You say, calling them soft. And Shin explains that he's looking for someone that he's been searching for all alone for years. And Sakamoto's like, well, I hope you find them. So he's getting annoyed because Sakamoto is just like not giving him attention. And he realizes it's because Sakamoto's targets seem to be arriving. And Shin decides to blow up his spot. He immediately is just like, hey, morons, over here. And
what an asshole.
Yeah. And the enemy starts to skedaddle. Shin also leaves. And the enemies catch up and attack him. Shin is running away like, haha. And then he remembers a guy, Tasuku Ando. He's a man that he found the files in the lab 13 years ago about a man named Tasuku Ando who left him at the lab as a baby and disappeared. And Shin is wondering if that is his dad. So, you know, he's like, I bet if I found my real father, I bet he'd. And it's at that point he gets interrupted by some of the enemies that Sakamoto was tailing. And he's like, and they're like, you were with that guy with the glasses. And Shin is like a little distressed for a second, but then Sakamoto comes in, swooping from the sky, destroying the car and is landing. Yeah, literally like Batman. And he says, get down. He thinks get down, so only Shin can hear him. And he tosses a license plate and a tire at these fucking guys, killing them. Yeah, killing them both, obviously. Oh, tire guy seems to survive because he wakes up.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Sakamoto goes up to him with the gun and he's like, I'm with the JA.
Oh, right.
On a mission to ice a certain man. If you try to cover him for him, I'll kill you. And the guy's like, JA's got a direct target. Who is it? And he explains that he's looking for Tasuku Ando, the very same guy that Shin is looking for. And, the guy's like, never heard of him. And let's see if we could jog your memory. And Shin explains that he actually doesn't know. And he strikes up a deal with Sakamoto to use him in order to help him find his dad or his prospective dad. He's like, take me with you on your mission and I'll help you find your target. And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 196?
This is an interesting flashback. I really didn't know what to think going into it at all. This is, I feel like I'm just going to talk about what annoys me a little bit first, which is that I feel like the further this goes is the more I find it hard to believe that this was something planned. I know they knew each other previously, but like it really seemed like Shen didn't really know Sakamoto like that when they first met up. Maybe I need to reread the beginning. But that's the only thing I'm finding a little annoying, but honestly it's not a big detail. So yeah, your boy, I think there was something. Yeah, all right. So there's like a little hint here. I feel like in this chapter the fact that he wasn't like carrying a weapon on him, we all know that like Sakamoto is already someone that just uses whatever's around him, or like, you know, like really basic shit. But I don't know. I feel like there was a point made about that. No, actually, and with more thought, I'm just being a fiend because I want to see what new skills he's developed. He had a bag with him. I didn't forget.
Wait,
He's
Sakamoto?
got some stuff. Yeah.
No, that was the sniper rifle.
Before the flashback.
That was Heisuke's sniper rifle bag.
Shit. I'm about to turn into Brian. I'm about to be real critical.
You're about to be
Real critical after this flashback.
You're gonna take it out. You're gonna
yeah.
take this out on Sakamoto Days.
We'll see.
Take out your frustrations.
I might be irate if he doesn't have. Nah, it doesn't have to be a fucking weapon. I just really wonder what his newfound strength is going to be.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
So, but anyway, I guess back to the flashback. Nagumo, I think when I was reading the series, I always looked at him as like, you know, like, yeah, he lies and stuff and plays pranks, but like ultimately he's a really good friend. And then I think like after seeing what he did to his trainee with the onions, how you just I'm imagining if somebody put mayonnaise on my fucking food.
Yeah,
and the crazy thing is that I'm not an assassin. And I would wow the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't find that shit funny at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Josh hates mayonnaise, for those of you.
That would
Fun
really,
fact about the show.
You know, that would really bother me. And so how did this guy not kill Nagumo? I guess he can't. I guess he would if he could.
Yeah, because Nagumo is like his teacher, almost.
He is the fucking worst. That's what he is. I'm not a fan of him. And if he gets killed later on in the series, I won't be particularly upset about that. You know, live by the gun, die by the gun, right?
Yeah.
Tasuko Ando. Brian, what are your thoughts?
This was an all right chapter. It's still a lot of buildup for what's going to happen in the rest of this flashback. It's pretty cool to see prime Sakamoto in action when he was an assassin. It's not very often where you see somebody getting a tire thrown at their head and they die, but like in real life, this is instant death. But this guy, like, I don't know. Every single time tires hit people, every single time tires hit somebody, they survive in all of media.
That's not true.
It's
Final
very
Destination,
fake, man.
No, but this guy should be dead. The tire
Final
rim.
Destination was the like realistic application of that.
The tire rim bent around this guy's face. He should be beyond.
Yeah,
dead.
he should be dead. He should be dead for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah,
But yeah,
the guy with
this
the
was
license plate definitely dead, right?
He's dead.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
that guy's dead. That guy's dead for sure. But yeah, this is pretty all right chapter. Not gonna lie, I don't have much to say because it's kind of like, you know, it's still a lot of buildup.
Yeah,
so
not
much to really talk about. What about you, Chris?
I like this chapter a fair bit. To be honest, I like this dynamic that they're building with Shin. The color pages were sick. I will say that. This is kind of an unrelated thing, especially during this arc. But something I've been thinking about Sakamoto Days is that I'm not a huge fan of like basically Sakamoto's skinny mode being the default mode now. I feel like part of the charm of Sakamoto Days is that his dad bod form was the one fighting these cool ass battles, and now every time it's just the same Sakamoto, like his young form. That's automatically the thing.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that so much.
I agree because like you would save like the skinny form for like you would see the skinny form and you'd be like, oh shit, shit's really about to go down now. or it was like cool to see it in flashbacks more so. Like you get to see him doing shit. I actually do kind of miss his dad Sakamoto form. Not gonna lie, because wasn't he stronger in that form too?
I don't know what it is, but like I feel like I would enjoy this series a little bit more if that was the case. This is just like an overall thing that I was thinking about over the week, and it just kind of occurred to me. I feel like they do this because when the skinny Sakamoto was first revealed, it was very early in the series, to be honest. And it was at that point I was like, oh, did he do this as like a kind of a savior thing for his series a little bit? I don't know how well Sakamoto was doing in the back, but sometimes you got to do these like gimmicks to like boost your series up in polls, and I'm wondering if that's why. But it is a bummer that like
keeping him in that form, keeping him in the skinny form.
Yeah,
you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, excuse me. I just think that like it was like a gag aspect. Like it was cool to see it, but it mostly was for comedic effect, and you could only bring out skinny Taro so many Sakamoto. I mean, until I guess it starts to get dry. So I think this is just kind of like the natural progression. I don't think he's ever gonna not get chubby again or something.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
But
I wish that was just a default.
Also,
I wish that was just a default because that's what the series was about initially.
Like he always starts fat. Like after like every arc, he begins.
Yeah,
as
it
a
was
fat
part of the charm, and I do like.
It's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know what?
I do like the character design when he's fat.
I don't think it's dry.
I don't think it's dry particularly. It's not like really a huge. It's not like a deal breaker for me at all. It's just something I like started feeling recently. It's unrelated to this chapter particularly, and I'm not going to hold it against this chapter at all because this is young Sakamoto. But it was something as I was reading through Sakamoto Days, I was just like, man, I wish there was just like he would stay in that mode just because that's what the series, that's the charm the series is built on. And it's just a fun, it's a fun like gag thing as well. I don't know. Maybe it's just
I agree. I wasn't seeing it because I felt like, I don't mind seeing skinny Sakamoto, but it did not even occur to me. I was like, wow, it's been a little while. He's been, I don't know. Like I said before, I think it'd be cool if he was chubby at the beginning of every arc, and then
I'd be okay with that.
Get skinny in the final fight. Yeah, just if they still use that to comedic effect, but we just understand going forward that skinny Sakamoto is going to be the norm, and for his fights anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it's animated in the anime that's coming out next week. So
next week?
Yeah, Sakamoto Days season 1 coming out next week on Netflix.
Solo Leveling came back.
Hey. But anyway, this chapter. I like this little I really like the scene where like Sakamoto is just somewhat unimpressed by the mind reading, where he's just like, not only is he saying it out loud, he means it. He's like, oh.
Me?
Right. He's like, oh. And it was a nice little chapter overall, just to start building up that relationship. He smacked the shit out of him with this tire. I just saw it again.
Oh, he absolutely beamed him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that he warped the rim. I mean, he should be dead, right? I mean, whatever. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, a road rage driver's dream. I bet they will all.
Sakamoto got a handgun. Uh-oh.
He wrapped his suit around it. I don't know why, but.
Well, I guess probably out in public.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably to hide the fact that he's aiming a gun.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are all my thoughts. I really like this chapter. I think it was probably my second favorite of the week. Just on vibes, I just enjoy when the series like explores the dynamic between Shin and Sakamoto. I think especially in the infancy of the relationship where he treats him like a kid almost. But there's a lot of like funniness to be mined from that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Does anybody have any thoughts? Anything else to say about Sakamoto Days? Alrighty. With that being said, let's move onward.
Bloody cross.
Kagurabachi. With that, I'm gonna toss this one over to Josh, Brian. I don't know which one.
Josh.
To Josh.
To Josh.
So, what's up, everybody? This is Kagurabachi, chapter number 63. The title. I don't know where it's at, but one of the boys is going to find it as I describe what happened last time.
I'm not seeing it either.
I think they show it later. They pull a bleach. So,
it's chapter 63, car chase.
Car chase. Yeah, that's funny. So, this is a pretty cool chapter. I'm going to say before I start it. But, yeah, last time they pulled up to Samura's daughter's school. They, meaning the the Hishaku. I knew it was something with a
Hishaku.
The Hishaku are there to try to get Samura's daughter in order to have more leverage over him. And Chihiro and his gang of ninjas named the Mayuri. No,
not the Mayuri. Shoot, I don't remember what they are either.
That's a Bleach
Were you
character.
talking about the Ninja Squad?
Yes.
They're
The
the
Masumi.
Masumi.
It says it right there in the
Awesome.
first
Thank
panel.
you, guys. Yes, you are. You are right. Well, I'm still looking at this cool ass color page, guys.
It's a sick color
So,
page,
excuse
I will
me.
say that.
Very sick. Yeah. Amazingly done. So yeah, that's what's happening. They're at the school. The ninjas pulled up, grabbed Samura's daughter, told her, yeah, let's peel and get up out of here. So this week they are exiting the school, leaving where Chihiro and the one of the Hishaku sorcerer swordsmen were fighting. And Samura's daughter is overwhelmed, understandably so for a high school student. You got this 3-foot man, grown up, telling you, we gotta go. And starting now, we're gonna be the ones that protect you, the Masumi. And she's like, hold up. What the fuck is going on? And she starts going back upstairs, and she's like, oh, they're in danger. Like, I can't just leave them. And he's like, nah, you gotta understand, that's why we're pulling you up out of there, because they're coming for you. So let's peel in this cool ass fucking ninja motorcycle.
Cool, so
Did y'all
fucking
peep
sick.
that?
So
They threw out
fucking
the
sick.
fucking scroll. 10 wishes.
Couldn't be
fucking-
10.
For real.
Could never be
For
10.
real.
Hold that L.
Oh my god, I didn't even
Her whole clan.
I didn't
is
even
lame.
peep that the motorcycle came out of the scroll.
Yeah, that's why I made sure to mention that shit just in case y'all missed
Oh my
it.
god, that's so
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Hop on. And then when the girl and mind you, they've been showing little character profiles so far. So they showed the girl first. Her name is Sumi with the Japanese and the kanji or whatever. She's like, we're getting out of here. Oh, we're getting you out of here. So we cut back up to the classroom that's fucking wrecked, by the way. And I think there's students still around while these two guys swing real swords around. Not fake
Real life
ones.
swords.
They're not
toys.
enchanted, but they're still lethal. And the Hishaku swordsman's like, Chihiro Rokura, huh? You ready to die? And Chihiro's just like, whatever, man. He hears people saying, he hears the students saying, oh, that's the killer from the Kabuki play. And Chihiro remembers that definitely was a Kabuki play.
And
that
there was killing in there.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood. And then he has this look of apprehension on his face and shame, I suppose, all in one panel, mind you. And the Hishaku swordsman's like, hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, bud, you want to talk?
Right as that yeah, right as that happens, the Hishaku, the other Hishaku sorcerer that was with the swordsman, is like, "Yo, Kuguri, they bounce." That's the swordsman's name, Kuguri. So he swings the sword at Chihiro to parry him away, and then he jumps out the window like a fucking madman to chase at their target. Chihiro's left standing there, and he's like, and he remembers what that madman said to the other man. Bro, the Hishaku, some crazy people, man. I think there's a message trying to be sent across in this manga about people in murderous cults. But anyway, he's like, "Oh, have you heard of school? It's a cozy place where neither of us belong." Where Chihiro's in right now, so he's feeling pretty insecure, I guess.
We deserve to be uneducated.
Yeah, that's how he's feeling. Like, I don't deserve to be in these places. Look what I ruin everything. He's in that mode right now. He even has the all black cloak, really cool, by the way, to match his demeanor. But the other ninja Masumi member, pulls up. He's like, "Yo, Chihiro, let's go. What you doing?" They're running after the target. What's wrong? And there's a flashback to when the mini Masumi man is talking to Chihiro. That's his name for now on. I don't care what his
Mini
actual name
Masumi.
is. His name is Moku. No, that's not his name is not Moku. I'm sorry. And he's telling Chihiro, like, "All right, yo, the target is an ordinary girl. She's connected to the Hishaku and Samura, but right now our only job is to protect her from danger." Okay. And right after that flashback where he basically told them what the main target is to focus on, Chihiro bails and says, "Sorry, I'm going after him." You know what I'm saying? And then the other
Sorry, I gotta run this fade real fast. I must.
Yeah. He wanted to squabble bad. I mean, you know, Hishaku's his personal main goal.
For real.
Right?
His
That's
end goal.
his end goal. Yeah, right in front of him. And the guys, you know, the Masumi guy's trying to tell him to chill. He's like, "It's Operation Easy Does It." All right.
You want their names?
Let's get going.
This is Moku.
His name is Moku.
Yeah, that's Moku. The small guy's Ro.
No, the small guy is called Mini Masumi Man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He's right, Brian.
And
That is Mini
the girl's
Masumi.
named Sumi.
Mini Masumi Man.
Yeah, or Triple M, if you must. So anyway, then we finally get to the title of the chapter, Car Chase, and we cut back to the girls. Shit, I just said her name.
Sumi.
Yeah, Sumi and Samura's daughter. They're driving, and they notice that someone's on their tail, which is of course the Hishaku sorcerers in the car. And they're like, they're called the Masumi, those people. He's like, "Why are they riding off with that girl? They're basically advertising her as Samura's daughter." Facts. It's like, but you know, obviously they're trying to just lure us away from the other students. Like they kind of had to do that. And the girl mentions, like, "Wow, what a wild coincidence. We were just about to kill her." They were. Yeah, but y'all not the main characters, so that's how shit works out for y'all. So they're still tailing Sumi,
Yes.
and Samura's daughter. When out of nowhere, Mini Masumi Man pulls up with some fucking shurikens in his hand, right? So we're cut back to inside the car with the Hishaku sorcerers, right? The bad guys, and you see something kind of in the window, which I didn't notice the first time I read. Actually,
Yeah, the shurikens are passing by.
Yeah, passing by. And you know, the female Hishaku sorcerer is like, "Yo, bro, like, are you in a bad mood? You look like you're like lost in thought." As the driver has a shuriken in his neck and he fucking starts to fade away, and they notice, you know, that the car's getting out of control. But not only that, but Triple M do some fucking shuriken chain at the car that lashed onto the ground and hook they shit, launch their whole fucking car up. As this has happened, as this is going on currently, the Hishaku swordsman Kuguri is thinking back to Chihiro's expression, and he's like saying to slices to converse, and the girl's like, huh? It's like both parties have to make things exciting. I was looking forward to a good slicing as he casually gets out of the car as it's flipping in midair.
It's so fucking cool. What the fuck?
Yeah. Minimasu is like, what? And as he starts sprinting out of the fucking car, probably running way swifter than the car was through like traffic. So Sumi's like, oh shit, hold on. So he's chasing after, like the sorcerer's chasing after them, and he's about to get stopped by like a whole fucking intersection of traffic, and he slices everything up like Zoro. Pretty hardcore.
So fucking cool.
Man, if he gets his hands on an actual enchanted blade, it's gonna be looking rough.
Yeah.
And Sumi's like, oh shit, he's cutting through all the obstacles to take the shortest route. And then, like, it's funny because the Kuguri starts saying, yeah, I guess they want to lure us away from the other students, but they didn't think about, all the people, like the regular citizens that be in the way. Which, yeah, good point. So as he's chasing her, he's getting closer and closer, and we see Chihiro in the distance just standing there like Batman. It's the second time, 2 Batmans in one fucking podcast. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Will there be a third? Let's see. 2 more series to go. And as Chihiro's just standing there, he starts to think about what was said to him in the past. He's like, so Mini Masumi saying, so you got those scars from saving everybody. And I just noticed that Chihiro's face is wrecked. Like, he looks decrepit. He looks like a 40-year-old boy. Like so much pain. And that's what Mini Masumi says. He's like, yo, from what I've heard, ellipses, Chihiro's been through an awful lot in a short period of time. God damn.
He sure has.
A mountain of information, wildly fluctuating circumstances. It's too much for one person. As they start to reflect on the past experiences, as like his friend being in comatose state, his former friend of a family betraying them and killing his homie. Like, man, a lot of shit happened. You already know. So he starts to think like, oh, those eyes are too intense. Kind of freaky. And there's a flashback where Jay was like, I don't care if I go to hell. Very fucking intense. But Masumi's like, look, the way you operate, taking it all on yourself, you're driving yourself, to an early grave. Like, I ain't gonna try to stop you, bro. You do what you want. You grown already. I don't care what your age is. You growner than everybody I know.
You're a tax-paying citizen. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, in spirit. So, but anyway, even if you don't mind running yourself, like thin into the ground, he's like, you're gonna leave like people behind that care about you, and they're gonna be sad. Feel me? And you got a whole team with you. You don't got to do it by yourself, bro. You don't have to be a fucking edgelord because these things just happen to you. You have a support system. All right? You feel bad about it. Let it run its course through your system, and then snap back to fucking reality because we got people to kill and high school girls to save. So, yeah. No. So, we don't condone weirdo shit. Anyway, speaking about weirdos, this guy's about to the Hishaku sorcerer is very, very close to slicing Sumi on that motorcycle. But just as he's about to make contact with them, She launches the katana out the back of the fucking bike that was there from the beginning, right? That's called advertisement. I learned about that in film class. Not because I went to film class, but because somebody I know was.
Wait, what's advertisement?
When they
I
showed.
think you mean foreshadowing.
Kind of.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The katana in the motorcycle.
Because
I don't think that would be called an
Sawamura's
advertisement.
daughter was like, "Oh, there's
Maybe
a katana
that's not
here."
advertisement. Maybe I was
It's
feed out to
foreshadowing.
use a technical film term. Okay, cut me some fucking slack.
I don't think advertisement is a technical film term.
It's a film.
Anyway.
Technique. It's a literary technique.
Advertisement?
Visual literary technique. I'll get back to you with that. All right, just bear with me. So anyway, man, they popped the fucking sword out the car, and Chihiro, like the badass he is, flips over the fucking motorcycle, grabs the katana, and parries Kaguri. And he's like, and Kaguri looks at him. He's like, "Oh well, you can move." And Chihiro's like, "Yeah, my load got a bit lighter because I'm not doing it all by myself. I have friends,
Me and my friend.
ninjas, and one of them's really small, but he's the coolest. What he lacks in height, he makes up for in rawness." I think this girl's ponytail got chopped off.
No.
Am I
didn't.
seeing that right?
No, it didn't get chopped off.
Okay. All right. I thought that's what happened. All right. Yeah, that's the end of Kagurabachi. All right. Brian, what were your thoughts?
RGC.
This is my RGC as well.
So is mine. Wow, for the first RGC, for the first episode.
Well,
Of the
not
year.
only that, it's a special RGC because over the week I started the weekly poll again,
Oh, snap.
which means we do have an audience poll winner, and that happens to be Kagurabachi as well.
Kags? Oh, my goodness.
This was a harmonic convergence RGC, but I don't have the drop for it anymore, so I'm gonna give it the
You
regular.
just played unified.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the unified. But just so you know, this is one of those rare harmonic convergence RGCs where everybody was on the same page and has picked Kagurabachi as their best chapter.
Unified RGC.
Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
Yeah, no, this manga series is just peak. It's just cinema. Like from fucking chapter 1 to now. I've been rereading this series. It's just so fucking good. So fucking good. This chapter, so fucking good for no reason at all. It had no business being this good. It could have been done. This chapter could have been 3 pages shorter. But he decided to go the extra fucking mile. This series knows how to fucking deliver in like such unique ways too. It's just so fucking good. The art, the action, the character writing, all of it. And the way that they present the stories, so fucking good. Oh my God. I cannot give this series enough praise. Every fucking week, it gets this much praise and it deserves it every single time. Oh, I love Kagurabachi. Now to stop glazing it for a sec. I have a suspicion.
Oh.
I have a suspicion that Kaguri is working by himself. The girl's not real.
Whoa. The girl's not real?
I don't think the other girl that he's with is real.
What?
That's a bold one.
Okay, here's why, right? Nobody has addressed her at all.
What about Sumi?
Not a single person
No,
has even
the-
recognized that she's around.
No, the light-haired girl that's with Kaguri. Oh, Kuguri.
Nobody has addressed
Yeah?
her. Nobody has looked at her. Nobody has said anything to her. All she does is talk to Kuguri.
Is that true?
And then she's just appearing in places with him. She's just randomly in other places. And you want to know what the real kicker is? That the car tumbles out and he just walks out and we don't see anything from her. Like, we don't even see her getting out of the car or anything. I don't think she's real. I think she's in just like like a thing in Kaguri's head.
That's bold.
That is a bold
feel
one.
you. We're gonna find out next chapter when they start.
Yeah, I don't have any
sure.
evidence to the contrary, so I'll ride with you on
Yeah,
this
I don't.
one,
I'm looking. I kind of want to go back to last chapter, but I feel like there's got to be some clues in this chapter.
Okay,
I gotta go back to the last chapter.
She points to Kuguri and she's like, "Kuguri, they're leaving." Like in the classroom,
Yeah.
she's like, "Kuguri." He jumps out. She doesn't jump out with him. They don't show her jumping out either.
Well,
and then she's just in the car with him.
Well, I will say, there's a panel where what's the girl's name? The Samura girl. I forget her name right now, but she does refer to them as they, meaning that she could probably see them. She cuts a girl, and the girl acknowledges the cut.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
I don't
an
know if our
invisible
screen
lady.
is too bright.
I mean, people are seeing her.
No, she made contact with. Yeah, maybe she. I don't know. Maybe she teleports or something. That is something I feel like worth paying attention to. I think maybe. It could be something else where she is moving through space.
Yeah, there's something off about
she was
her,
just there in the
honestly.
classroom. She was just there. He was outside, jumped through the window. Never seen her come in.
I just hit that 2-page spread where, not 2-page spread, but that one panel where Chihiro comes in. I was like, this shit's so clean. When he comes into the classroom for the first time.
I think Chihiro's just he's just so good. He is honestly such a good character. But man, this series gives goosebumps whenever it's on fire, whenever it has like a story to tell and a moment to build up and for it to pay off. I don't think there's many. I think this is the best series, like the best new series in Jump by like a fucking mile. Like, this is insane, the shit that this guy's doing. And it certainly deserved all the hype it got before it even came out. Like, this is like GOAT status shit, the way that this show operates. So I don't know. I gotta give this series all the flowers it could possibly get every week. It's so fucking good. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I mean, obviously was a huge fan. I just love the fight choreography in this moment. This was such a cool moment for Chihiro because, of course, he's been doing this by himself the entire time, and he's always had to be mindful of people around him. And he'd have to like not only place the burden of defeating sorcerers that are just like need his entire focus to beat, but he has to make sure they don't fuck up anybody else around them. And he had that problem with Soju, or Sojo. Sorry. And he had that problem with the paper dude, where there was always an issue of people around them. But it's good to have the Masumi around to kind of like take that burden off of him a little bit with the big Masumi guy rolling around saving people. Mini Masumi, man, with the shuriken, that panel is one of my favorite panels of the week. It's so good, where he rolled up with it and the perspective shot from the edge of the shuriken. It's really well done and super dynamic. He's been very good at these kind of like dynamic things. I think like there's been a renaissance of mangaka. Oh boy, of mangaka really watching movies and like applying kind of a cinematic lens to manga, because we see it with Chainsaw Man, we see it with Sakamoto Days, and even now with Kagurabachi. I think like a lot of these guys are guys that love movies and have stated as much, that they're big movie fans. And that's what really separates manga from like American comics even, is just that there's always like a a mind to take into account motion, and there's like a cinematic element to it. So I really appreciate that about Kagurabachi. Even this last 2-page spread is right out of an action movie. And it's so sick. It's so good. So
yeah, I agree. Like manga, like this new age of manga is better than 90% of anime. It's on like they handle motion better. Like cuz it's like they draw it in such a way that you can see the motion in your mind. Like you can see the way that it's like how it's intended to move and how things are supposed to be set up. That's why like it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of resources to make anime adaptations of these series. Like I feel bad for whichever animation studio gets Kagurabachi because they're gonna have a lot of shit to live up to. People are gonna watch this anime, and if it's not if it doesn't meet the same expectations that this series has put upon it, it's gonna be tough. Like even Sakamoto Days is already getting flack, and it didn't even come out yet. Like the anime didn't even come out yet. Like they just saw the opening, and they're like, "That ain't enough, Chief. Y'all gotta pick this shit up."
I saw that. I'm not gonna kill a thing over an opening. It's not that.
Yeah, I know.
To me.
I'm not either, but
People
that's
are crazy.
It just goes to show how good manga art and composition has gotten over the years. Like, you're not gonna get away with just Toei bullshit anymore. Like even Toei's realizing they can't get away with the shit they used to do. So it's like animation is in a bit of a renaissance. Like you have to compete with the manga now. Manga is actually something you have to compete with, which is insane.
Well, they feed into each other. We've seen like a boost of visuals in both mediums, to be honest, nowadays. So I think like it's definitely like an Ouroboros. They just feed into each other. If the manga is very good and easy to detect the motion of it, then the anime will probably be as well. So
yeah, I agree, but that it's just it's just putting shit on watch. Like sometimes, like especially nowadays, the manga is just as good to read as an anime, like as a high quality anime would be.
Yeah,
like which is saying something. It's actually saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Those are all my thoughts. I thought it was awesome. I just wanted to speak on the art form and just like the idea of the character development for Chihiro. So I've been appreciating this series. Josh, what did you think?
Yeah, so I got some thoughts. So this was my chapter of the week too, obviously. One thing I want to mention is that I think what I've seen in like a few other series, and I'm not saying that this is like always an issue, no matter what, but I'll put it like this. I would have expected Chihiro to go on a mini arc himself of, not wanting to let people in and being mistrustful of people and all of that, because of all of the shit that just happened. He watched his friend get hurt. He watched another person he got close to get killed, and the betrayal of his, of one of the swordsmen, etc. So they really could have like kind of played that angle like for a while, and I'm sure he'll still have some type of trust issues because that shit never just completely goes away and it's still fresh. But I really like the attention they put into addressing Chihiro's like mental state, like the way they're moving forward in the arc, because it did feel kind of weird how he was just being thrown into this new situation. And like I was just wondering, like, I didn't myself take that moment to wonder like how he was feeling. I was willing to just be like, okay, whatever, like, let's keep it moving. Like he's still motivated, by whatever happened. But no, the author took the time to have these people have these conversations with your hero to remind him, like, listen, you still have your goal in mind, regardless of what happened. You've done good work, and you don't want to stop. You could have, you had the opportunity to quit and put the swords down, but you still want to get the job done, and it could be better. You know what I'm saying? You can have help, and you'll be stronger because of that. You'll attain your goal. We have a higher chance of obtaining your goal. So it wasn't just believe in your friends and you have to try. He expressed it to him in a logical sense, like we're here for the same mission as well. We need to stop the Hishaku where our goals align. We don't want to stop you from doing that, but we want to make sure you good, and you're ready to work with the team. It was cool, and they don't even know him like that, but they all went through something. Like Samura was their master. They was with him all the fucking time. You see how overbearing they was. So I felt like it was kind of therapeutic for them to be around Chihiro too, because he's one of the only people that could kind of understand what they've been through because of all the loss he's dealt with, So that didn't, I didn't miss that. I caught that, and I wanted to say it's good work. It's good character building. And I'm ready.
Whoa, professional Josh.
Professional move.
Professional Josh. Sneeze button Josh.
Come on. Thanks. But yeah, I don't want to like rumble on too long. I'm ready. I'm ready to see Chihiro fight now and him be confident. And I'm interested to see how his mental state, remains and develops throughout the arc and the future. So yeah. Any rebuttals?
Guys, can I add one more thing? Yeah, I want to add one more thing. I'm curious to see how Chihiro kind of works with the Masumi compared to how the Masumi worked with Samura. Because like with Samura, they were just trying to like kind of stay out of his way, right? But with Chihiro, there's an opportunity to kind of tell the story of this is what it looks like when you work with us, kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Instead of us getting out of your way, this is what it looks like when we work with each other, kind of thing. Which would be, a pretty cool like little dig at Samura when they fight him eventually. They're just like, yeah, look at us. we're so cool now. I mean, we're cooler.
We could do stuff now.
Yeah, it made me like I didn't care for these guys when I seen that they was teaming up with Chihiro like prior to like right at the start of the arc. I was like, nah, all right, whatever. I get it. But now I feel some attachment to them because they feel more like characters now. I haven't seen much from Sumi, but I guess I'll just say a little. I'll add more to like. I like how they each had their own approach to addressing Chihiro. Sumi specifically not addressing him at all, just letting him go through the motions, because sometimes that's the right answer too. Mini Masumi was a little bit more direct about addressing his feelings, you know what I'm saying, and concerns. And the other guy, Moku, yeah, he kind of was really loose about it. Like he seen in the moment there was an issue, and he addressed it. He probably didn't have any other talks with him. He probably just understands what he's going through. And
fun fact,
like, all right, go for it.
Fun fact, he's the first person that I think I've seen, because I've been rereading the series. I think he's the first person to tell Chihiro no, and then Chihiro listens. I think for the most part, Chihiro has acted on every urge or every instinct that he's thought of, where he's like, he'll be like, I'm gonna go after him. Shiba will be like, no, and then Chihiro would have already been gone, or Chihiro would be like fuck you, man. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So this guy, Moku, actually could get Chihiro to listen to him in that moment, which shows a lot of growth in Chihiro to be able to kind of, slow down and let people work.
Yeah.
Or
I
follow
think he relates to them too. I think relating to people,
Yeah, it
having
feels like
respect for them.
Yeah, it definitely feels like more of a even playing field. Like Shiba is kind of like an uncle basically, and these guys are just like kids in his age range ish. They're a little older than him, but they're still like they feel more like peers than Shiba would to Chihiro, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Even though Shiba's probably stronger than
Definitely.
those three.
Yeah, it's not about strength.
No,
it's
I
more
don't
of
think
like
yeah.
camaraderie type of thing. Like Shiba is an authority figure in a sense, but these guys are like more equals in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of like the difference between your family and your friends. Certain shit you'll talk to them about, certain shit you'll talk to your friends about, etc. Like it's different vibes. Anyway.
Ugh, do we have any rebuttals for Kagurabachi? Though, was that the last of it?
That's it.
Alrighty, then let's move onward. Dandadan. I'm gonna pass this one over to
Alright.
Brian.
Bizap. All right. So we didn't cover last week's chapter,
We
right?
did not. We did not get an opportunity to cover last week's.
All right. So basically like a little TLDR of what happened last week. They finished fighting the guys and then they they meaning I forgot her name. Ayase's mom? I mean grandma? Is that what I forget her name.
Oh,
What's her name?
yeah. Momo's grandma, Seiko.
Right. Seiko and the other two guys had just finished fighting. And they discovered that the bull was manipulated by some mysterious force he was like a regular guy who was given this messed up power and was tasked with taking away Seiko's powers so that his wife would be cured or brought back to life. I forget. And the chapter kind of ends with the policeman showing up. Like the policeman from the previous arc showing up, trying to figure out what the fuck happened at this place. And Seiko goes off to handle her business at the shrine. But this chapter picks up back with the kids at school. And we're picking up with the plan that they left off when we last saw them, which is they're basically using this girl who was trying to steal Ayase's powers. They're using her as bait to lure in whoever the fuck sent her off to do that in the first place. So they have what's this guy's name again? The Quinta?
Yeah, the goat.
Quinta or
Quinta.
Quinta. So Quinta's keeping an eye on her, and so is the rest of the squad, who definitely do not look who definitely don't look inconspicuous at all. Like they're all literally just standing in the hallway staring at her. So they're kind of just like scattered about, and we find out that Quinta has glasses made out of nanofibers or whatever it's called. Nanoskin, made out of nanoskin. So he's kind of like through his glasses.
He's like a scouter.
And if he finds out that she made contact with 3 teachers, one of them, the nurse that they already know. Then there's Miss Adachi, who's in charge of Class E, and then there's Sanjome, who is, you know, the paranormal activity club leader that they met earlier in this arc. And he asked her to tell him what secret she spotted, which immediately brings people like to be suspicious of him. But Kingta, like a dummy, is like, don't get too hasty. Just because he's strange already doesn't mean that he's suspicious.
No, that's not what he said. He said.
Yeah, that is what he said.
He said, "Don't be hasty because he's trained to." Oh wait, I guess he does say something like that. I guess.
Yeah, he's basically like, yeah, he's already weird. Stop. So
you can't make good guesses
you're already
if you're stuck on preconceived notions.
Just because he's weird doesn't mean you can make him weird right now.
He's definitely weird, bro.
And then what's her name? What's this girl's name again? I forgot.
Ira.
Oh yeah. So she comes over and she's just like, all right, give me your fucking glasses. Let me figure this shit out. And then her glasses start to change. And because they're nanoskin, it was basically shaping into what she thinks of glasses are. Like she thinks of glasses. And she immediately comes to the conclusion that she was changing the shape of the glasses to Takakura's glasses. Which is pretty funny. And then we cut to Miss Adachi, who we've never seen until this chapter, I'm pretty sure. And they're kind of walking past the locker rooms of the school. And there's this big jack dude who's kind of like, oh, Miss Adachi, did you go out? And she kind of mentions that her mother isn't feeling well, so but she's feeling better. And he's kind of like, oh, sorry to hear that. I just remembered we're planning on having a basketball singles mixer. Why don't you join us? Take a load off. And she's just kind of like, oh, nah, I'm not really an athlete. And he's kind of like, oh, just, you know, all right, it's gonna be pretty chill, so let me know if you won't change your mind. Pretty wholesome interaction. Definitely not a weirdo at all. I feel like that was pretty well handled from him. Good job, pal. That's how you handle rejection.
Good job, buddy. Hey, take notes, everyone.
Good job. Everybody give this guy a thumbs up. And then as she's kind of walking away, she looks down to her phone and she's talking to somebody. And she's saying that the mission failed because she wasn't alone. I wonder how she spotted them. And in the next page, we see that she is working. She has like a bunch of the zombies that attack Seiko with her, which was crazy turn of events. And then next chapter, we are back in the hallway of the school, and some dude shows up named Hase, and he goes up to two random girls and kind of fucks with their hair. He's just, yo, what's up?
This is the dude from earlier in this series, right?
I didn't remember him until
I didn't remember him.
He
either.
was like, he was one of the cool guys in the school that was like shitting on Okarun.
Yeah.
He has the Oikawa fuckboy haircut going for him. And he's just like, oh, why are you guys talking on your phones? You're literally right in front of each other. Let me see what's going on in there. Dude.
Give this guy a thumbs down.
Thumbs down. This is
not how you treat a lady.
This ain't it. Chief.
This ain't it. This ain't it, buddy.
The other guy, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Other guy, this guy,
down.
thumbs down. Thumbs down. So this guy is kind of like, oh, he on the phone. He spots that they're talking about Takakura Okarun, and they're saying that he's kind of been hot lately, which he does not like. He's just like, hey, what the fuck is going on here? And as they're kind of walking away, he's like baffled by the fact that they would find Okarun attractive. So he kind of like grabs their arm like a weirdo, and they're kind of like, no, stop. And he goes, not funny. Yes. I don't even want to say it. It's just this guy's a fucking piece. This guy's a piece of shit. So he kind of realizes that everybody notices him being a piece of shit, and he just starts walking away. And he gets like a flashback to Okarun being with people when he beat him in the race.
A kid to next
He's
to
just
him.
like, this guy. He's like, this guy cannot be as cool as me. And then whoever this person is that's giving powers out reaches out to Hase, and he's just like, do you want power? It's a voice that only Hase can hear, and he starts playing him like a fiddle. He's kind of just like, hey pal, I could give you power.
You see this one panel real
has
fast? It just
Huh?
You see this one panel real fast? I know you see it, just the one in the face in the fisheye lens.
Yeah, we'll get there. So he's kind of like playing him like a fiddle, and he's just like, hey man, the only reason why he's better than you is because he has powers too. Don't you want to be on an equal playing field? Man, you kind of suck. And then we get like a Death Note-esque fucking close-up on him with his eye. This like, he looks like he's about to activate the fucking Sharingan.
This guy's about to activate the Mangekyo. He's pissed.
And he's saying that like the same deal, that if he used the Black Blade on like he has to use the Black Blade on Takakura to get his power, but he has to make him accept defeat first. So now Kase is here, and like he has the blade and he cuts himself with it to start the test. And he's kind of just like, nothing happens in the hallway. And he's just like, oh yeah, I knew this shit wasn't gonna happen. This fucking crazy ass prank. And then behind him in the final page of the chapter is this demonic fucking creature who is fucking staring directly at him.
Oh my god.
And the chapter ends.
I forgot how fucking intense this thing is.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
Damn, this is so funny. Dandadan is so good. It does it like almost every chapter where it'll just immediately turn. It's just like hard left turn into just crazy shit. Like, what is this fucking guy? It's so scary.
Have you noticed that it's looking at him?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
You see its eyes?
Its eyes are
locked. It's
bugged
not
out. Like,
yeah, it looks so, like filled with joy
yeah,
and glee.
genuinely on like a terrifying character design for this thing.
What are they standing on top of?
I don't know
is
what they're
that?
standing. I was literally about to say it's shaped like a football.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like a bike rack.
Yeah, right. Something like that.
I don't know what that is.
I wonder what it does, man. I like this
arrow?
chapter a lot.
Looks like an arrow. Like two
I'll
arrows
look into it.
at the end.
Yeah, on first glance, this chapter doesn't seem to have much going for it, but we do get to see more enemies pop up. This teacher, who turns out was the one who went after Seiko and was teaming up with the bull guy. I thought this was really cool. I wonder what her motivations are for wanting power. Yeah, I just like the plan overall in finding more people who have been touched by these knives, and I can't wait to find out what this fucking thing is. It's so fucking weird. But yeah, those are all my thoughts really. It was a chill little chapter, but it did make me laugh a lot more than I remembered it actually. Josh, what did you think?
Yeah, so I've been catching up on the series for the past few weeks, and this has been an interesting arc. Lots of mystery. I wonder if this is going to be the arc that finally delivers on like this weird vampire dude that's been handing everyone these Kazuki. What are they? Kazuka knives. Which I just learned. I did a quick Google search. Apparently, those like little knives are like put into the hilt of like katanas, so like you can use them when you don't want to use your katana. You know, if like the sword is too big or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
You just don't want to fuck up your blade. Yeah, quick Google search.
Hey man, the more you know.
Yeah. So otherwise, like Brian was mentioning before we started the pod, pretty tame chapter, except for this wild, insane monster at the end. I mean, this guy been a hater. He's what you would call professional.
A1
in my
hater.
opinion. Yeah, because as soon as shit started going south for him, he started to be a bitch. You know, instead of just focusing on doing him and not worrying about a whole nother guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just jelly. He's jelly that other people are giving other dudes attention. It's weird. That's why I got this monster following him. And you let this guy, as Brian said, play him like a fiddle. Oh yeah. This was probably my second favorite chapter of the week over Sakamoto Days, personally. Man, this lady, she dubbed that dude talking about the single shit. But do you think she turned him down because she's on a mission to murder somebody, or because she really didn't feel like going?
She's
That's
on a
the real
mission to
mystery.
murder someone.
She probably feels a little ashamed, I'm not gonna lie, of what's going on. She seems like a very kind woman. You know, she looks like she's trying to do it to save her mom. That's my theory. So
How do
maybe
you
she
know
just
that?
doesn't have the time. Because
her mother
she
was
mentioned her
a-
mom. Yeah, she
Oh, I
mentioned
don't
her mom.
remember. I don't remember that actually.
Yeah, so
This
she mentioned
vampire
her
guy
mom.
sucks.
I don't think it's him. I have a feeling it's not him.
I don't
feel
think
like
it's
there's a
him.
She
bait.
either.
has a Kazuka.
I feel like it's too straightforward.
I
for
think
it
he's
to be
bought
him.
in on the program. But it's not him.
He seems so innocent whenever he's like around. He like whenever he's talking to people, he's just so wacky and goofy. He doesn't feel like a villain.
The vampire
that-
guy?
Yeah, he just has that I don't know, maybe it's the Dandadan charm where everybody is so fucking quirky.
We're talking about Sanjome, right?
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel sad if it was him because he's just such a quirky, stupid little weirdo. Like I just love him. I don't know why. I hope he's not this dick who's kind of just playing everybody.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Sanjome.
Sanjome.
SANJO. Sanjome. Yeah. What a cool name. Count Saint Germain. Sanjome?
Saint Germain.
Oh, alias. His alias is Sanjome. Other names, Hyper Geezer. What? I guess that's what Turbo Granny called him.
Yeah, he's Hyper Geezer.
Oh, to her Turbo Granny.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah,
Very nice. Sanjaruman Hakushaku. That's Count Saint Germain in Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah,
The more you
cool
know.
stuff. All right, I don't really have any more thoughts. Dandadan was cool. I can't wait till next chapter. I'm really excited again for the series. Man, you think he's gonna turn? You think he's gonna join the crew and have that monster power?
Where's Brian going? He probably already has a power. I wouldn't be surprised if most of these people join the crew. Everybody who they seem to fight, chances are they join the crew.
Yeah.
I bet even the bull guy is gonna join the crew.
He's gonna help them out. He's gonna pull up like the shrimp dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, hooray for tertiary characters that get attention and love.
I do love tertiary characters that get attention
I'm with
and
it.
love.
I'm with it. The bull better come back, and the Phoenix guy, and the Shadow dude too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But were
I'm
those
ready
only...
for the next series though. I
Well,
don't know
Brian
if I
has to
had
go.
any more. Oh,
Huh?
excuse me.
What are your thoughts, Brian?
Honestly, I don't have too many thoughts either. I were already going into this chapter. I was just like, all right, this is a nice, like a cute little setup chapter. But yeah, it was pretty simple chapter. Pretty like all the setup is going on for the payoffs in the coming chapters. So we'll see how this shit unfolds. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Short and sweet. I like it. But yeah, let's move on with it. Let's not waste any time. Ready for the next series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite the fact
You're
that
the
I'm
only
dressed
one
to
that
the
can
nines,
hear
I'm still
me.
packing heat, and I'm gonna pull out my weapon.
Undead Unluck. With that, I pass this one over to Cherish.
Joshua Cole.
Undead Unluck. Chapter number 237. Title: Game Cleared.
Game cleared.
Nice. That just made me think about Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
Funny movie. Seen it recently.
I love that
It's
movie.
okay. Yeah, it's cool. So anyway, Undead Unluck. So last time Fuko, Andy, and all the negators joined their forces to create a super sword out of the heart artifact and finally sliced the sun god in half and hopefully defeated him. So we start with this week. And the negators are like, yo, like they did it. Like the two of them, they won against God. And then they notice something's happening. They're like, what the? And a light starts to flash in the middle of the two halves of the defeated sun god, which I felt like I had to explain because that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
From the ashes of his split corpse emerges Luna, the moon god. And she's like, game results. Avoidance of Ragnarok successful. Ding, 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 ding. Right, and she's like, I will now present the reward as Fuko notices that that Luna's fading away as she's saying this. So the first reward, the complete eradication of Umas. But what that actually means is that the Umas will just exist as laws, not living creatures
Yeah.
that enact the laws. Cool. And then in that moment, they notice Clothy starting to glow, like the rest of the Umas leaving Sun's body. And he's like, oh, shit, yeah, I count as an Uma too, guys. So I guess I got to bounce. And he's like, yo, thanks for the help, bro. Clothy's like, man, don't worry about it, man. I already know. Never thought I'd be warned by the people who beat God himself. But I guess luck wasn't on my side because we lost. L. So, well, them the breaks. I thought that was funny. The localization scene for that. And he says, see ya. And we hear someone like sniffling. And we see Fuko crying. And he's like, and Clothy's like, damn, what's a human doing crying over a Uma? Like, nigga, you know. You know she cares. It's like, it ain't like clothes are going anywhere. Thank God. Lady Luna said it herself, didn't she? I'll remain as a law. So I won't be your friend, but I'll always be around.
I'll be
everybody.
clothes.
Yeah. And then, but before Clothy goes, he said, this is a reward from me to you. And he says, I hope the both of you weave the most wicked happiness, as he creates a wedding dress for Fuko. Very sweet. So yeah. Fuko's crying her eyes out, and Nanny's like, "You're damn wicked yourself, partner." And Luna's like, "All right, the second reward."
All right, that's enough. Stop connecting with clothes so much. Stop having an emotional goodbye with the concept of clothes.
With inanimate things now. Okay. You're not getting the point. Oh, you are an emotionless being. You would never understand, Luna.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the second reward, and we see somebody pop up named Kuno, and oh my goodness, I was supposed to do my research and I forgot. Because somebody look up Kuno from Undead Unluck for me.
Yeah.
Because they just appear out of nowhere.
I think that was the first
unknown.
Yeah.
So there was 2 unknowns?
Yeah. Akira Kuno. Yeah, that was the person who wrote the manga that this lady likes.
Yeah, that Fuko likes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay, well, they're really happy about her. It's a big deal. I guess I need to reread the series like One Piece to fully enjoy this moment. So sorry, guys. But anyway, Luna says the extinguishment of negation abilities as everybody is finally unburdened from their troublesome abilities, although they can't do cool shit like fight super powered battles anymore. But I guess they'll trade that for having a peaceful life, hopefully. It's really nice. It's a really sweet scene. And then there's like, key moments like Shin and Mui are talking to each other, and he's like, "Mui dear, do you like me?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." And then so, obviously Untruth is gone. Everybody's basically testing their negator abilities being gone. What's his name? Unavoidable.
Void.
I can't remember. Void, yes, thank you. Void tries to punch Victor and he misses. Victor dodges him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not your punching bag anymore." So damn, I bet that sucks for him. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of like a lit ability with like no. Oh, he can't avoid shit either, right?
I don't know. I think he just makes people like you can't avoid him.
Avoids hitting. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, anyway. So yeah, everyone's testing it. Billy is happy for Teller because he's able to talk again. Andy's, I guess, a regular person now, and Fuko could touch people without summoning meteors from the sky and crashing airplanes and all the such. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice. Mm-hmm. And then Luna says the third reward as Fuko's heart starts glowing. And she's like, "Andy." Fuko tells him, "I know you well enough to know that nothing I say will stop you. I know this might torment you, but I want to wear that dress the way I am right now." And he's like, "Yeah, leave it to me." And Luna goes to say the loss of all artifacts as the heart shatters in, being Fuko's heart and destroys all the memories of people she had affection for, presumably, as per the rules of the loss of the artifact. Everybody's devastated by this because they know the stakes. And Fuko looks at Tatiana, who has clothes on. Thank God.
No, thank Christ.
Best thing that comes from this.
Oh yes. All right, and this should have got RGC off of that, but I was short-sighted.
Bars in hell.
Yeah. So anyway, Fuko doesn't remember her. And they're like, why? Like, why just Fuko? Because I guess they thought all of them were going to lose their memories. That's what was said. And Luna's like, that is the price she had to pay. Oh, well, game cleared. Congratulations. With a little smirk on her face. We will no longer intervene in this world. We simply continue to watch over it as the sun and moon. From here, the place no one knows, place with no gods, just Earth, a world for all of you. So Fugo's looking around like, is this a wedding? Like, cause I guess she noticed like the wedding dress and everybody around. And then he's like, yo, Brat, are you free right now? As the sun shines on a new day. And that ends this chapter. To be continued. Okay. Brian, what were your thoughts on this chapter?
It looks like this series is finally starting to come to a close. Within 1 to 2 chapters. Maybe 3.
Possibly 4.
Possibly 4. Imagine there's a whole other arc after this.
Yes. Yeah, imagine.
I'm not gonna lie, that would put this manga on another level of remembering. Like the fact that they already did a loop was crazy.
Yeah.
But even if it was just one more arc, that would be fucking insane.
So is Victor just a different person now? Like, is he his own person?
I mean, there's duplicates of Victor and there's duplicates of Unknown. So
where's Unruin?
Man, fuck him.
Where did he go?
Space.
Yo, when they get rid of all the negations, he has no immortality anymore. So he's just floating in space like a dead body, probably.
Yeah, like
whoa.
I think
I didn't think about that.
I think they just forgot about him. I think the series literally just the mangaka just forgot about him.
I think
that's what I think.
I think he'll probably show up next chapter just to close it off. But there was definitely longer intentions for him that because this series was possibly canceled. I'm 80% positive that Undead Unluck was canceled and such. We couldn't really get a closure on certain things, but
it was nice to see everybody kind of be free of their negations and like kind of celebrating together. Gonna be like, oh, I'm closing my eyes. I'm Sean. I'm closing my eyes. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Your favorite character, Sean?
It was pretty nice.
I was like, yeah, I see you, bro.
It was pretty wholesome to see all that. I'm curious how they're gonna handle Fuko's amnesia now. So because amnesia is amnesia.
Yeah,
that's just a pretty lame thing, but we'll see if that even matters at all. In this series, amnesia, it's all about the power of love. All right, it's all about the power of fucking love. So we'll see how long this lasts. She'll be the Fuko that we know in like 2 chapters, maybe less. Maybe even the next page, it's just going to be Fuko being like,
I remember you guys.
Because you guys love me so much, I remember you all.
I have amnesia. So now I remember everything.
But if there's a series that stuck to its story that it wanted to tell, like the overall theme of love triumphs over everything kind of vibe, Undead Unluck fulfilled that one. No matter what happened, like no matter how rushed it would get, no matter how how different things might have been if it didn't get quote unquote canceled, it still fulfilled its duty in telling the story that it wanted to tell in a way that it's uniquely Undead Unluck, you know? So if this series is starting to round out a bit, I am glad that I got to read it. Very wholesome series, uh very optimistic, and a very positive message to send overall, which in a state of Jump where, you know, it's all about gritty realism and dark themes and shit, Undead Unluck stood out like alongside One Piece as being like, you know, the happy-go-lucky series where shit gets done. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Undead Unluck, good chapter. Chris, what are your thoughts?
It's nice to see everything wrapped up in a little bow. I am also confused as to whether Victor. I guess Victor is just a whole different guy now, and so is Ano. Ano is there's two. They're the same people. That's what's interesting about it. I wonder how they handle that. But yeah, I imagine next week is gonna be kind of like a big wrapping up chapter. For whatever reason, I just kind of don't see it going more than one chapter more, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I actually only see one chapter also. I agree.
Yeah. I think we gotta have her wear Chloe wedding dress and get married to Andy, who hopefully they de-age next chapter. So at least he looks at Fuko's age, but I doubt it. It's
Probably
fine.
not.
I try not to think about it. But yeah, this was a decent series. I mean, you know, I don't want to speak for it just yet because we got one more at least. So
Yeah.
but overall, I mean, this is a good chapter. I'm glad they're somewhat sticking to the guns of Fuko won't remember anything. I'm curious to see if they really do follow up with it and they just create new memories, because it's one of those things where like they're meant to be friends. Everybody's meant to be together as this big old family. So it doesn't matter if you don't have the memories of the past few loops. You know, these are the people you are meant to be with. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the vibe. I don't think Fuko's gonna get her memories back exactly. Unless the
Her
reward.
parents remember.
Yeah, no, are they alive?
I don't know. That's interesting.
They should be dead, technically still.
I think she saved them this arc.
Oh, she
I
did
don't
save
know.
them.
Maybe
Oh, that'd be nice. You know, she'll be with her parents and all that stuff.
she never did the plane crash.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
maybe. I don't know.
possibly. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. I'm excited to see how this all wraps up for good. But I've got nothing else to add. Josh, what did you think?
Yeah, so I don't want to give no final piece about the series, but this was a nice chapter. It kind of hit me a little bit with Fuko. Like, you know, when she, you know, just didn't remember anything. Like, I guess I didn't realize how devastating that actually is. And for not even her, because she doesn't feel anything, you know, but for everyone around her that cares about her. And it kind of just makes you think about loss in general, like how you're just connected. You're not alone. Nobody's ever really truly alone. And the people who are, I feel truly sorry for them. You know, I don't want to get all cheesy and shit, but you know, just if you have people around you, you know, try to lean on them, try to reach out and share the burden. But anyway, I also didn't realize how real the fact that like the series was most likely being like canceled. It just, I didn't consider it. I thought he was maybe just like overreacting, and I'm thinking maybe that he's just like ending the series, like he's ready, you know, like to move on. But you know, when I was trying to think about like what is the series trying to say, what were like some like key themes, I just think that there was a lot more that that they wanted to say or flesh out, you know. So it sucks because I think this could have been one of those series that ended really well, which is rare in all honesty, because of how unique the series is. It almost ended already, like it had a fake ending already. So whatever. I'm really curious to see how he wraps this up. I think it'll just, like I mentioned, I think it'll be just one chapter.
Yeah.
And I just hope that all of them are still there for each other and reach out to Fuko. It'd be real creepy for some guy you don't know being like, all right, we need to get married now.
Well, here we go. We're married.
Hello, I'm 200 years old. Marry me.
And stuff.
Wait, technically, isn't he older than 200?
Yeah,
years
he's
old?
way old. He's at least 1 billion years old.
Yeah, billions.
Over 1 billion.
He's got to be a
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah.
He's a cool
I
Billy.
wouldn't say a gorillion or bajillion. Probably not that old.
Not quite
but
a
few
bajillion.
billions.
A schmillion, if you will.
No, not that much.
No, definitely not.
Not a schmillion.
Not a schmillion.
That's whack.
Well, with
Those
those,
are my thoughts.
that's it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that was Undead Unluck, and that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. As per usual, you could find me at the Chris Aspinall on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is at JDColt_37. Brian is at B.ESP on Instagram and Twitter. Josh is at New Jump City Josh on Twitter as well. We are at New Jump City on all social media platforms except for Blue Sky yet. I don't know. I'll make one someday. But check that out. You could email the show at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about, and we'll do it. We'll talk about it on the show, on our pre-show chat show that we do every week. Subscribe to us, please. Give us a like, a share, a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the chapters that we talked about today, and we'd love to get that convo going with you guys. Please do that. Engage with us. And yeah, that'll be it for us for today. We will see you guys next week. Well, maybe not next week. All the chapters are off next week. Jump is off as a whole. But in 2 weeks' time, we will see you guys. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.